All right, welcome everybody to the second game here in this Sunday quadruple header. The summer 2022 season here, the World Doom League, presented by Doom Central. I'm your host, Ralphus. We're going to get right into talking really quick about these two teams. We have Osas Ogapegua versus the Sexual Panthers, Double O. They had a mixed fortune so far this season. They're 1-1. They're sitting at 4 points. And they have the reigning champion, Captain Daston, along with Infer, hailing from Portugal, Sharp, Paraguay, and Stark from the USA. Although it looks like today they're going to be starting with Daston, Infer, and Sharp. On the Panthers side, we have Human Bones, Dragon, Toby, and I'm 1 HPU0. They have so far been able to get any points this season. They've lost both games in 2 rounds, hoping to turn that around here with this classic map. First 2 weeks, I'm 1 HPU0 started, but it looks like today Toby is going to be getting that start, judging on what we saw in the practices beforehand, so should be interesting. Also, Human Bones, who typically plays from California, is playing in New York today, so he's going to have a low ping. That could also help change their fortunes a little bit of a boost. Fortunately, all these teams did what they had to do, got their demos in. There's going to be no penalties this game, so we're going to have everyone at full strength for the entire time. Should be a good one. The Panthers definitely need this win, no doubt about it, as they're desperately seeking to get any points and get on the board here. The further we get into the season, this 5-week regular season, the harder it's going to be to come by these points, and they're going to want to make a playoff push. So they're going to be looking to do anything they can. As we saw earlier, anyone that tuned into the early game, the megasphere that spawns in the middle here, the middle of the screen, in that dirt patch, that is going to be the key to winning. Earlier, the match between Sawyer for Plex versus the Super Shotgun Spurs, Plex handled the Spurs without much issue, and that's probably because they grabbed power up 68-25 over the Spurs. So they were grabbing over 2 times, almost 2.5 times what the Spurs touched in terms of grabbing power up. So just another quick little recap of the map here. The Megasphere will spawn in the center, right in this dirt patch, every 30 seconds after it's grabbed. We have a blue armor here, plasma here, and the flag rim. And we'll get to talking about that a little bit during the game, which is going to begin right now. So both teams are ready, both teams ready to go. We're going to watch this Megasphere, see which team. The Panthers on red, Double O on blue. The Panthers are able to get that first mega touch. And Dragon is on his way out with it. He has 81 health, 99 blue armor. Now, for those that don't know, the armors in Doom, there's a green armor and a blue armor. The green armor cuts all damage you take by 1/3, and the blue armor cuts everything in half. So that's a huge boost, especially if you're able to get that Megasphere in the center. Daston with a 100-100 run. He's out to mid with a stack, but he is pursued by the Panthers. They're all over him. And unlike the game earlier, no scores here in the first minute. The first round here in Osas Ogapegua versus the Sexual Panthers. Double O. Osas Ogapegua on blue. Daston has a touch here. He's on his way out. He's unable to make it out the door. So it looks like I'm going to kind of jump around after this run here from Daston, see where everybody's playing. Infer in mid. Infer drops back to return the flag. Daston makes it out to mid with 60 health, 132 blue armor, and he is taken down, dropped. The flag is returned by Human Bones after all of the Panthers are able to pursue Daston. Meanwhile, Toby has a flag touch here, but he's only got 5 health, unlikely to make it out. He's dropped by Infer, who returns the flag. 2 minutes in, scoreless in the first round. This is Toby's season debut, so we haven't really seen him play yet. I'm 1 HP, has played both times. He grabs the blue, or the Megasphere, so he gets the blue armor and the health. He's pursued by 2 00 defenders who probably knew he had it coming in. Toby, Dragon, and Human Bones. They actually had this exact team of starters 2 seasons ago, and they had a lot of success. They made a nice playoff run. So hopefully Toby swapping in will change the fortune here. And so far he's a big factor. He's gotten the last 2 Megaspheres. He's going to try to go for a run. He doesn't make it in. Dastin, meanwhile, on his way out to mid. But he is dropped by Dragon, who returns the flag. But Dastin so quick. Right back across and in the base again. Dragon doing a good job of slowing him down. Toby in the 00 base. He's leaving the base. He's only got 20 health, though. He makes it to mid. He has some support, but Dastin is able to zero in on him, get a critical kill, and 00 picks up the Megasphere. Try to ferry their flag across, but it's returned to mid. So far, 3 minutes, 10 seconds into this first round. It is looking very even compared to the first game of the day. Both teams looking a lot better. Both trying to kind of control this Megasphere. So far, it looks like the Panthers have had a little more success in doing so. Dastin gets a great kill on Bones on the way out, but all 3 Panthers defenders happen to be on the route that he took out to mid. So he's dropped. The flag's returned. Watching Dastin still, he's going to grab the blue armor, but meanwhile, Sharp on the other side grabs the flag. He's dropped. We'll watch Sharp here for just a moment. And Sharp supporting Dastin on his way out. Dastin with the blue armor. He's able to make it to mid. He's got 22 health. He's dropped. Big kill and return by Dragon. So the Panthers looking pretty good so far after their first 2 weeks, which went a little bit rough. Bones in with 100 armor, 60 health. He's collecting health now before he goes on his run. He's possibly... He gets 1 kill. All 3 defenders are in mid, though. Unfortunately, nobody there to support him. Now Bones looks like he's dropping back to D. And he is going to have a little battle here with Dastin. But the spawning Panthers are able to hold Dastin off.
Blue flag drop, flag return.
Right now, both teams kind of setting up in mid, waiting for this Megasphere. You could tell that it's about to come up very soon. And now Sharp and Bones are fighting for it in mid. Bones parks himself on top of it, tries to get it, but it looks like he is taken down. Infer most likely got it. Dragon is across with the flag. He's dropped, though. Dastin across with the Panthers flag, untouched. 00 strikes first. Halfway through this first round, we got a 1-0 score. As 00, Dastin is able to sneak across mid untouched while Dragon was pursued. We're going to take a look at mid here. As we said, Panther base here on the right, 00 on the left, blue. Panthers in red. The Panthers, you see that they just were able to grab that Megasphere. Meanwhile, Dastin, with full armor, walks across unopposed. This might be another score, but Dragon does have the flag in the enemy base. Oh, and the Panthers are trying their best to return it. They're unable to do so. All 6 players were in the flag room together, and 00 just happened to come out on top, and a little stray rocket from across the map just hits Dastin in that point of view. Dragon with blue armor. He's able to almost make it out to mid, but Infer is there to stop him. Dastin, meanwhile, is starting to turn it on. He's got the Megasphere, he got the blue armor, big health, he walks it across. And just like that, this game that was looking very close to start is now all of a sudden unraveling for the Panthers here. After the halfway mark, I believe that 3 flags have been scored in 00's favor. And that's just how important the Megasphere is in this map. You have to control that sphere.
Red flag return.
Dastin grabs the Berserk, switches out to replenish his health. He has 133 blue armor. That's going to be big for him with a nice stack on the way out. Bones tries to oppose him. He's taken down. SXP is waiting for him. He's able to take down one defender. He has 1 health. Tries to make it out to mid. He's unable to do so. So we're going to take a look at mid here. Again, they're fighting over this Mega Sphere. The Panthers are able to take the sphere, but it looks like they were taken down. Dragon.
Flag drop, flag return.
Unable to do anything with that. So both flags at home. 2 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Double O kind of broke this game open here in the 6th minute. Went from 0-0 to 3-0, which is a tough break for the Panthers. And Dragon, great run, a great kill on Sharp. Can he make it across? He's only got 9 health. Toby's able to pick it up, but he's going to have to contend with Dastin here, who's likely in their base with their flag. And Dastin, risky move, drops back. He knows that they have the lead advantage. He could risk dropping back and returning that flag, and he was able to do so. Great run by Toby.
Blue team scores.
But unfortunately for them, Dastin walks it across and scores. So right now,
Blue flag taken.
Double O has to be feeling good, and the Panthers have to be thinking, well, we're doing pretty well in the first half here. Maybe we can make an adjustment in the next round. Dragon with a good-looking run. He's across with big health, big armor, but a huge return by Sharp. He's able to take Dragon down. Right now, Dastin across to mid, but he's taken down as well. So, 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock. Double O is up 4-0. It is incredibly likely that they're going to win this first round, despite whatever happens here in the final 70 seconds. The Panthers showed some signs of life so far this season here in the first 5 minutes, but since then, things have stalled and they're unable to actually do much. Dastin with a pretty good run here. He's bobbing and weaving in between the pillars. Meanwhile, Toby with his own run makes it out to mid. He has support. He's not looking at any of the chasers, but he might be able to put this on the stand, and the Panthers do score. It's 4-1. That gives them a little bit of momentum. Maybe they can build on this going into the second round and make something happen here. Dragon with a good stack on his way out to mid. He's going to get into a tussle here with the Double O defender. You can hear he's being pursued. He's going to have a face-off with Dastin, who is holding the flag in their base. They're trying to get a return, and they do. And the Panthers are able to show some signs of life here in the final seconds of the round. It's too late to win this round for them, unfortunately, but you know, it's encouraging to see. So, first round going to end 4-2. Both teams looking all right. Double O had a nice run where they really kind of exploded there and were able to make a lot happen. So the Panthers, they are able to show that they're alive and they can actually do something here. The frags, 156 in Double O's favor to 138 for the Panthers. Not a huge discrepancy. You know, it's certainly a little bit of a lead here for Double O, but less than 20 frags, not huge. Dastin, the leading fragger, with 62, followed by Dragon for the Panthers with 56. Infer had 53. Toby had 43. And Sharp had 41 for Double O, and Bones had 39. So, pretty even for both teams. Looking good so far if the Panthers can try and do something to turn this around as we enter the second round. So, second round, we're going to chase everybody out to mid, see what's going on. Once again, as we said before, Panthers, red on the right, Double O, blue on the left. Sharp was the first to grab the Megasphere. He is out, across, unscathed, really.
Blue team scores.
And Double O strikes first with that Megasphere grab. Huge play. Toby with a nice run of his own, but he's going to need to collect some health to make it out. He's unable to do so. Dastin, meanwhile, on the other side, has the Panthers flag. He has green armor, 38 health. He's on his way across. He has 3 health. Is anyone able to hit him? Oh, Just one little shot would have taken him
Blue
down.
team scores.
And we're kind of seeing shades of what happened earlier with the Spurs and Plex, where Double O is just dominating the Mega, and oh my gosh, it looks like they're going to maybe score 3 in a row here and just put it on them, and the Panthers are just unable to put anything together, and they cannot feel good about this. They had all that momentum leading into this round, scored 2, and just like that, 1 minute in, they're down 3-0.
Blue flag drop, flag return, flag return.
You have to wonder what the comms, communication lines are sounding like here for the Panthers right now. Surely at this point of the season, they lost their first 2 games, 2-0. It's not looking good right now. Might be some communication breakdowns. The trade deadline is passed. Everyone is with who they're with.
Flag return.
Daston here with 10 health, going to try and make a grab.
Red flag
But he is stopped by Dragon with the chain gun. Daston gets the Megasphere again. See what we're seeing what happened earlier in the Spurs versus Plex game, where now Double O is just totally controlling the power-ups this round, it appears, and it's not going to help to chase him with rockets. The team really needs to be super shotgunning him. Unfortunately, they do not. Daston walks it across with ease. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the second round here, and it's not looking good for the Panthers, who are down 4-0, lost the first round. The key to the game at this point is that they're going to need to get to that Megasphere in middle, and they're going to need to control it. So right now we're going to take a look at Toby, who is on his way out. He has a pretty good stack. He has some support in the mid, but he only has 17 health, and he's taken down. But the flag is picked up by Dragon. Meanwhile, Daston is able to get that kill. Meanwhile, Infer comes around the corner and returns the flag. Things just not going well here for the Panthers in the second round, after a pretty good showing in the first half of that first round and the final minutes of the first round. So there's plenty of time left, but it's only going to take one flag to finish them off. And Sharp right now, across with 11 health, he is taken down. Pretty critical kill by the Panthers as their backs are against the wall. And they're going to need to do everything they can to try and come back and win this. Toby with a good run here. 22 health, 32 health. He's taken down on the way out. But he did have the armor going in. And that's just critical on this map. Sharp trying to get out of the base. He is unable to, but Daston is able to get the pickup. He has no armor, but he has 65 health going across mid. He is taken down. Sharp's able to get the pickup. 100 health. He's going to walk it in, and that's probably going to be it. That was just incredibly fast. We've seen 2 total blowouts so far this week, and wow. I mean, this is not how practices have looked through the week, so this has been pretty interesting to see. As Double O is able to win 2-0 here in the final. And that was a pretty quick game. I mean, that barely took 20 minutes. The Panthers they have to be hurting right now. 3 weeks in, they have 0 points. They're at the bottom of the scoreboard. They're certainly not out of the playoffs, but they have a tough road ahead of them here, as looking forward to week 4, the Panthers are going to be matched up against Ross King's best ever, and they're going to close the season out against Ty's Los Mains. So it's going to be a interesting season for them to see if they can turn it around. They're going to need 2 big wins on the way out. Meanwhile, huge win for Double O, Osas Ogapegua. They're able to kind of set things right, and that's going to put them at 8 points. So currently they're going to be sitting second overall before the final 2 games are played later tonight. And that's good for them because the final 2 weeks of the season, they also have a tough schedule. They're going to be playing Rip and Tear next week in week 4, and they're going to close out their regular season against Sawyer for Plex. So that's going to be a barn burner in the final week of the season before the playoffs start. At this point, it's looking like Osas Ogapegua likely to make the playoffs. They've put 8 points on the board so far, but it's still a little early to make that sort of claim. They're going to need to do some more over these final 2 weeks. So, 2 blowouts so far. Are we going to see any actual games that go 3 rounds? Are we going to see any games that actually go full 20 minutes at the very least? Find out tonight, 7:45. We got the Walking Toilets versus Los Mains. The undefeated Walking Toilets versus Los Mains, who are looking for a win. They were able to pull off a tie last week against a lagging Best Ever. The favorite in this game, likely the Walking Toilets, but Los Mains has a lot of great players, so that should be a good game. That's 7:45 Eastern. And late night, midnight, Best Ever versus Rip and Tear. Best Ever looking for their first win after they unfortunately lost the first game of the season in a 3-round loss, and they had a tie in the second week. Very uncharacteristic of a Ross King team. So watch for Best Ever to come out swinging tonight against Rip and Tear, who is facing an unfortunate penalty for one of their starters. To Sparrow will not be able to start in the first round. He'll have to sit because he has missed his second demo. It's the first time I can remember that ever happening in league history, so we're going to see how that plays out. Rip and Tear was able to pull out a big win last week, though, against the Super Shotgun Spurs, so tune in for both of those games. 7:45, the Walking Toilets versus Los Mains. Midnight, Best Ever versus Rip and Tear. If you want to know what those times are in your local time zone, head on over to doomleague.org. Press the Matches tab up at the top of the screen. You can also check out the results and take a look at the prior results of all the games that have been played. You can head to the Seasons tab, check out the WDL Summer 2022 season, get an idea of what's coming up in the weeks ahead of us. Don't forget, you can also check out the cool leaderboards and stats that we have that track all of the stats since the beginning of the WDL. And there's a lot of other cool stuff. So check that out, doomleague.org. Head on over to Doom Central Discord, put in some bets. Thanks to Reith, as always, for setting up the bet bot. Remember to follow this Twitch channel so that we can get everything we need to. I know I feel like I'm begging at the end of every stream. I don't like to do it, but we really need the follows. And that's pretty much it. So we will see you guys. If you want to watch the next game, that's going to be in about 4 hours. That's going to be the Walking Toilets versus Los Mains. And midnight tonight, Rip and Tear versus Best Ever. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you later.